Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to create a seamless whip pan transition in your Adobe Premiere Pro. Now I just opened a project right here with two videos on the timeline so we can create a transition between these two videos. So first what you're going to do is to go to your project window right here, click on this new item icon at the bottom part of the project window and click on adjustment layer. Now make sure that the video settings matches to your sequence. For me, it's 1280 by 720 with 30 frames per minute. So just click on OK once you have confirmed that one. And let's drag the adjustment layer above the videos that we have. And once you have done that, go to the effects window and search for offset. Here it is, so we can drag that to the adjustment layer. The next thing we're going to search for is the Gaussian blur effect and add it to the adjustment layer as well. Now let's move the time indicator in between the two videos, and once you're there, let's move 5 frames to the left so you can use your arrow keys on your keyboard and count until 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So those were 5 frames, and let's select the adjustment layer and go to the effect controls window. Scroll down a bit and let's add a keyframe for both the shift center 2 and the blurriness. So just click on the clock icon right here beside the shift center 2 and click the clock icon beside the blurriness as well. Once you have done that, let's move the time indicator between the two videos again, and let's move 5 frames to the right this time. So again, use your arrow keys and count until 5 while we move to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So those are 5 frames. Now what we're going to do is I'm just going to zoom in within the keyframes, and we're going to change these values under the shift center 2 based on where we want the transition to go. For example, I want it to go to the left, so I'm just going to decrease this value right here, and we are going to decrease it until we make a full circle. So just do that like that. Now let's add a keyframe in the blurriness part, the blurriness effect as well, by clicking on this icon right here to add a keyframe. Now let's move the time indicator in between the two videos again, and once we're here, we are going to adjust the blurriness and it will automatically add a new keyframe in between them. So I'm just gonna set it to 200, that, and also we have to select the blur dimension to horizontal since we want to go to the left. So it should look like this now. Again, let's zoom into the keyframes by dragging these, and I'm going to expand the shift center, so I'm just gonna click on this arrow icon beside it. I'm just gonna expand this one a bit so we can see it more clearly. And first we're going to select the first keyframe, this one on the left, and as you can see there are little blue lines right there. I'm gonna expand it again so we can see it more clearly. So here are the blue handles. So what we're going to do is drag this one to the bottom and then we move it to the right like that while leaving a space from the line. We do the same for the other keyframe. Select the second keyframe, drag it below and drag it to the left, leaving space as well. So make sure that both sides are somewhat even so you can zoom in to see more clearly, and make sure you leave a space and the little peak pattern shows up right there at the center. Just gonna align it so like that. It creates a somewhat peak figure right there, and then you can review it if the transition is in your preference. So let's just check it out. And that is how the transition goes. You can review it, and if you want to make it more seamless, you can put the peak, or you can adjust these blue handles right here to have it more to the center, but still leaving space to make it a smoother transition. Also, we have to select all the keyframes like this, right click on it, select temporal interpolation, and click on Bezier right here to ease the keyframes and make it more smooth. So you can review that again if it is according to your liking. And that is how it looks like. So you can then trim the adjustment layer on where the transition starts and ends, so you can duplicate this adjustment layer to the other videos and have the same transition easily for the other clips. And that is how you can basically create a seamless whip pan transition in Premiere Pro. Thanks for watching, and if you found this useful, hit that like button and subscribe for more videos like this.